What's up guys, JTails here with another video, and today I want to teach you guys all about Ness. Ness is actually one of the characters that I've been basically maining, and I think I have a lot of great information to share with you guys, so let's get right into it. I've actually been using Ness a lot in tournament, and I have a lot of experience with this character so far. He has my highest amount of GSP, so I do want to talk about a few things with you guys. So the first thing, obviously, we can talk about is going to be probably PK Fire. PK Fire is a lot better than it used to be in Smash 4. I don't know if it goes further, but it feels like it does. And unless people are parrying it, it's actually a really good projectile. Now, the risk in trying to parry PK Fire is that you take full damage if you mistime it. So PK Fire deals a lot of damage, 22% off of a projectile, and if you land PK Fire, you should almost always go for a grab. And down throw them more, or just down throw them into the fire, and then go for some forward air strings afterwards. Now, it's important to note that characters can DI out of PK Fire, meaning that they can start to drift up and away, meaning if they do that, you actually can't grab them because they're really high up in the air, so when you go for your grab, you're gonna miss it. So what I do when I see someone drifting like that is I'll PK Fire, and then I'll just go straight into the forward airs. And basically, what I'm doing is a short hop forward air. If you're having trouble with short hops, I actually made a video about movement. I'll put in the description to help you guys out. But for right now, I'm doing a short hop forward air and then another rising forward air. This is a true combo on especially heavies. The third forward air actually is not true, but you can guaranteed get 2 forward airs off of the first one at low to lower mid percents. So low to lower mid percents being like anywhere from 5 to 50%, you should be able to get 2 forward air strings. In some cases, you can actually do down throw, forward air into up air, and that works as well. So depending on the position, but I actually like going for the double forward air because it sets up for PK Thunder, which I'm going to talk about right now. Forward air, and now I just kind of leave them alone and I start harassing with PK Thunder. And whenever you hit them off stage, you kind of just want to start harassing with PK Thunders. And what it's going to do is PK Thunder will always knock them in the direction that it's coming from, right? So if I hit K. Rool with a PK Thunder from in front of him, it's going to pull him to the left, right? Now watch what happens when I hit him from the right. It pulls him to the right. So you can kind of use this as a gauge and know when you should be following up, right? So if you hit him with PK Thunder, F tilt might kill here. Okay, no. So pull him with PK Thunder, alright, from this side. And it actually will stage spike, but you can actually pull them towards you and then go for an up air or a nair and try to get the KO that way. But remember, yeah, you can stage spike if you hit them from the front. Forward throw will never kill unless you're on a platform. So it's important to... Basically, my game plan with Ness is at lower percents, try to land a PK Fire, or I want to land a down throw. And then I go into fair, and then once they're off stage, I start harassing with PK Fires or PK Thunders, depending on their trajectory. And then I'll nair them back off, PK Thunder, PK Thunder, PK Fire, fair, right? You kind of just want to really capitalize on your opponent being off stage, and as soon as they go off stage, depending on the matchup, you want to already start with the PK Thunder harassment. And this is really good against K. Rool because most characters cannot approach K. Rool from above due to his propeller. So one thing that's cool about Ness is that he can harass characters off stage without risk to himself because he's on stage throwing PK Thunder, right? So you can kind of like really harass K. Rool and not have to worry about his propeller hitting you. Which it hits most of the cast if you try to jump off and down air him. I actually can't demonstrate it because he's recovering at a weird angle, but it's true. The propeller has a really great hitbox, as you can see right there. So, you know, for characters that have really great recoveries, you just want to use PK Thunder to mess them up. Now, another thing about PK Thunder is that since people can only air dodge once in this game in the air, you can really just follow them with PK Thunder, and if they tend to air dodge, you can just kind of like loop it around and hit them anyway. Also, it has a hitbox on the tail. There are two aspects to PK Thunder, the head and the tail. And the tail cannot be attacked. If an opponent tries to swing at the tail, they're gonna get hit. But if they swing at the head of PK Thunder, they destroy it. So this is important for you guys to know in the event that you guys are trying to edgeguard people. See that? It clanks. So when people are in the air, they're probably going to throw out like neutral air, or they're going to air dodge, unless they have a reflector or a side magnet or a bucket. Most of the time they're going to just swing at the PK Thunder, so you have to get really good at maneuvering it so that they miss the head and they hit the tail, and the tail combos into the head of PK Thunder. So PK Thunder is, I think, one of Ness's strongest tools, but we can actually move forward and talk about some of Ness's other very strong tools. So PK Flash, I think, is very, very situational. I haven't been able to land it very much. You can force an air dodge with it, which can be kind of useful. It might be good against Crom or characters with predictable recoveries, but for the most part, you kind of want to stay away from PK Flash. It's better than it used to be, but I don't think it's as strong as of an option. It's very avoidable, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So PK Flash you want to use sparingly. Unless you need like a really big comeback or something like that, then yeah, you kind of just want to be less liberal with it. Side Magnet absorbs projectiles, and the cool thing about it is that it has a hitbox now, which is really awesome. It used to not have this property. It did unless you just released it. So in Smash 4, and notice it has a little win box. I'm pushing K. Rool. So it has a win box to kind of like keep you safe, but it also has a hitbox. So you can actually combo out of Side Magnet with Nair. See how that's a true combo? So you can use Side Magnet as a bait, and when people try to like punish you for it, you can actually hit them. So Side Magnet is even better. It has more utility than it used to have. And I think that's very important if you're going to be using Ness. Also, you can actually cancel PK... You can cancel Side Magnet, and I'm going to demonstrate that right now for you guys. Obviously, it absorbs energy-based projectiles, but the more important part about that, guys, is that you can cancel it into jump, into roll, into spot dodge. You can't cancel it with special moves, but you can roll out of it, you can spot dodge out of it, you can jump out of it, meaning you can jump Nair out of it. So basically, to cancel it, as soon as the projectile you're absorbing touches the Side Magnet, you want to press jump or roll or spot dodge, and it'll instantly reduce any end lag that you're having from the Side Magnet, which is very little in the first place. And you can use Side Magnet as a stall as well if you want to mix up your landing and kind of trick people as to when you're going to come down. You can do the same thing with PK Thunder as well. So Side Magnet is a very, very versatile tool for Ness. I would strongly recommend it. Now, I want to talk about Ness's yo-yos because those are very much improved from the previous games as well. And let's see if we can get a setup on Pikachu. You guys saw that? So yo-yo actually, if you do the down smash version, it starts from behind Ness, and if you hold the charge, it actually hangs below the ledge, meaning that you can punish opponents that are trying to recover because it's covering the 2 frames of vulnerability before they even grab the ledge, right? So we can kind of let it dangle. Oh wow, it's not perfect. Sometimes it's gonna mess up, right? But the moment that you see it hit something, you release it, and that's gonna KO. if you don't release down smash while you're charging it, it'll just knock them once and it won't kill. So you have to get used to this timing, it's very important. Up smash, I know, has a similar property, but I don't think it works on the ledge as well. Up smash is a good anti-air, actually. It covers all around Ness, it even hits behind him, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and it kills relatively early. It can kill characters standing on the battlefield platform at relatively I want to say around 115, 120, depending on your character. So up smash is a really good tool for getting KOs as well. So is back air. Back air is going to kill people off the horizontals if you're close. Really, really strong knockback. Back air is just a very, very strong tool. Now, one thing that's very important, guys, about playing Ness is knowing your back throw kill percents. I'm going to explain this very carefully because this is huge if you're going to play this character. So I have Pikachu here, right? He's at 95%. You have to know if back throw is going to kill or not. Will it kill from here? Probably not, actually. Even with a few pummels, I don't think it'll kill. Okay, maybe it did, but what about without pummeling? Yeah, so it just barely doesn't kill, right? So the pummels are important because the pummels ensure that it's going to actually kill Pikachu, right? Now, if Pikachu's standing here towards the middle, will it kill with pummels? No, it doesn't. So if you notice, the closer Pikachu is to the edge of the stage, the earlier back throw will kill, which is probably obvious, right? But if you're gonna grab someone here, it obviously won't kill because they have to travel a further distance. But if Pikachu's at, let's say, 140, and he's all the way over here, I'm pretty sure it'll still kill him. Let's find out. Yeah, right? So the reason why it's important to know your back throw KO percents, guys, is because whenever you use a move, that move becomes weaker. Whenever you hit someone with a move, the move stales. It's called move staling, right? So if I was to use my back throw here, right, and it didn't kill Pikachu, now it's actually less likely to kill when I use it the second time. I don't think there's move staling in training mode, but the point, oh yeah, stale moves off, you see that? So you can actually turn stale moves on to see the result of how your moves stale in a real battle, so that you can kind of get used to that, you know, the percentages. And I could make a video about move staling later this week, but I just want to express the fact that it's very important that you don't use back throw if it's not going to kill. I'd rather you just use forward throw and then harass with PK Thunders, and then once you get them at the right percent, you can then find your back throw, and you know it'll kill for a fact, and then you use it. So every time you use your back throw and it doesn't kill, that's really, really bad. You don't want to ever have that happen. So I think we talked a lot about Ness's specials and his grabs. For the most part, at low percent, you want to use down throw to combo off of it. But once your opponent's at high percent, you want to use forward throw just to establish stage control and start getting your PK Thunders, so you can set up for an up air or a nair, or just get a lot of really good damage off stage. And I like to come with my PK Thunders from above because it's harder for people to dodge through them or to attack them, right? So Ness's game plan in neutral is kind of like, you want to stuff people's short hop forward airs with your short hop forward air. Ness's fair has a lot of priority. The only thing it really loses to is swords. So if you're fighting against like a Marth or a Lucina, they can beat out your forward air, but you kind of just want to wall people off and come in with dash attack if you think they're not going to shield it. Then once they're up in the air, harass with PK Thunders. Oh yeah, we could talk about PK Thunder too as well. Land your PK Fires so you can get more damage, and then find your back throw for the KO, or find like a Nair. You can actually do two short hop Nairs, or sorry, two Nairs in one short hop, which is really good for mixing people up. Also, you can kind of like short hop Nair, and if you see that it's not working out, you can air dodge. and this is a really safe way to approach and apply pressure. Also, Nair out of shield is one of Ness's strongest qualities, in my opinion, in this game. He can punish Inkling's roller with it as well. Right? Like, so I just block and then I press jump and A. So anything that like challenges me, I can just nair it out of my shield, right? And that's a guaranteed punish. Obviously you can try to shield grab, but some moves will push you too far away. So like if I'm here, I actually can't shield grab Pikachu. But if I'm like here, actually I am also too far for short hop nair, but short hop nair is just really strong, and I would recommend you kind of get used to nairing out of your shield and maybe even going for double nairs sometimes. So double nair is pretty good. It catches people off guard because they think like, oh, I can punish him. Nope, you're gonna get hit by the second one. And then what you can start doing is nair, like a short hop nair, and they're gonna wait for the second one, and then you just grab them, right? Because they think you're gonna do two, so they're gonna keep blocking, and then you just get your grab and get your PK Thunder damage, right? So yeah, Ness has a lot of great tools. He has faster aerials than he used to have. His forward tilt's actually surprisingly strong, even though the range isn't that good. It does KO. I actually got a lot of KOs with forward tilt in doubles, and I would strongly recommend it. Falling up air can also lead into a grab, depending on which hits of the falling up air land. So you could do, oops, that just hit completely. If you fast fall your up air, you should be able to drag them down and grab them when they land. See that? And then get your back throw or get whatever other throw. So falling up air is actually a really good tool when people are above you as well. And of course, just like up air to poke and kill people, up air is still a kill move and it's great. I guess to briefly talk about his Homerun Bat, this does reflect projectiles, so if Pikachu does neutral special, we can reflect them back at him. So, and you don't want to do this like all the time, it's not that great. Generally you want to absorb energy based projectiles, and for other projectiles, since Bat's kind of slow, you want to be careful, but you just kind of want to make your way in. And you can use Bat sometimes to reflect, but for the most part, you want to find your way in and approach with short hop fairs to wall people out, find your grab, and pressure people with yo-yo on the ledge. Even if they get up regularly, you can still kill them with yo-yo, the down smash. And if they roll past you, you can still kill them with the yo-yo because it hits twice. So yo-yo is just such a good tool on the ledge overall. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is finding your PK Thunder 2. So PK Thunder is obviously the electric, right? And PK Thunder 2 is when Ness hits himself into it, or hits the PK Thunder into himself. Now, when people are above you, you can actually get the PK Thunder off, and it's invincible actually. While it's coming out of Ness, no one can actually clank with it. So the moment that it comes out of Ness, you can actually use it to loop around. It'll go through your opponent. So directly above Ness's head is where you want to try and line this up. Kind of like that, right? Like that. And if you notice, the tail kind of will stun Pikachu for a little bit. Some of the hitboxes are a little wonky, but if you can practice this, you can get really good at killing people. And those of you who are watching Don't Park on the Grass, I did get to do this against Too Many Cooks Young Link, and that actually won me the game. So if you can land one of these, I wouldn't fish for it, but if the situation is right, you can definitely win a game just by taking a stock at 30% by doing this. This kills extremely early, guys. So it's very important that you at least practice it to have the option. Also, if you hit yourself into the ground, you can bounce. And then you can do PK Thunder again after you bounce off the ground. If you don't do PK Thunder, you kind of just fall. You can't do anything else. But if you do another PK Thunder after bouncing, you can You can really trick people with this, right? So that's how that works. I guess the last thing I want to touch up upon is Ness's recovery, and that's his most vulnerable position in any Smash game. Ness's recovery is always the worst thing about him. So I do want to go ahead and show some options for recovering so that you guys can understand better. So one thing to do is to jump and then air dodge towards the ledge. And that's going to actually help you a lot because you won't have to use PK Thunder and people won't really be able to kill you as easily because you're invincible during your air dodge. So even if I go really low, I can still make it back with my air dodge, and it's really, really good. Even if you want to stall with Side Magnet a little bit, you can get hit off stage and people are going to stand by the ledge. You can use forward air to pressure them, and then you can just air dodge right back on. So I'm going to show that to you guys right now. Fair, air dodge on, right? So it's like you can kind of say like, get away from me, and then still air dodge to the ledge and be safe. Another thing that Ness players tend to do is PK Thunder to punish people who are trying to edge trap you, and then you grab the ledge right after. It even works over here. It even works out there. So you kind of want to get used to this range and be more comfortable using PK Thunder in that situation so that you can catch your opponents off guard. But yeah, his air dodge is really, really good, and it's one of the farthest air dodges in the game, and it gets him to the ledge pretty easily. Obviously, you want to use your PK Thunder to recover, but the last thing I want to talk about, guys, is if you ever fall too low, you can actually use PK Thunder into the wall and then do another PK Thunder right after. I don't know if this has a name, but you can use PK Thunder after bouncing off a wall just one more time. You can't repeat this, but it's really useful if you're too low and you're not going to make it back, to bounce off the wall and then to do another PK Thunder and then save yourself. Pretty much it, guys. Definitely try and check out some tournaments that I go to. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm always tweeting about what tournaments I'm attending, and you guys can see my Ness in action there if you really like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and let me know in the comments which characters you want to see the next character guide on. I'd be happy to deliver. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.